Organizing by prioritizing. It's myorganized.lifelive, August 21st, 2018. It is 2018. Isn't that weird?
2018, yep. We missed.
There's nothing weird about that.
No.
I just threw that in there to see if that made that.
Okay, I was kind of just going with it.
You're just kind of going with the flow, weren't you?
I was. Well, you always.
There's nothing weird about 2018. I caught you on that. Sorry, folks, but that's
Okay.
it's live TV.
Anyway.
This is myorganized.life.live. I am John Hunt.
And I'm Leanne Thompson. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting what's going on. I'm thinking about something.
Now you're thinking about what's weird about 2018.
I'm thinking about the other day. I saw something on Facebook on the 18th of August, and it said something about it.
Oh,
8/18 at 2018 or something like that.
2000.
So I was thinking about that as you were saying your name, so I wasn't ready to say my name.
Okay.
Anyway, weird 2018 is...
It's weird that, no, there's nothing weird.
There's nothing weird about 2018.
But today, we're going to pick up on something we talked about yesterday, which is prioritizing. Mm-hmm. If you didn't get a chance to go watch Ellen Fay on yesterday's show, we had a little clip from her previous podcast about prioritizing, and we were talking yesterday about what happens when everything is your top priority. What do you do? Because that's the classic thing. You've got 100 things to do, and they're all the top priority.
They're all important.
Okay,
yep, right.
So today's kind of gonna build off that a little bit.
Right.
That's why we call it organizing by prioritizing. There's some people in the organizing world who don't even think prioritizing is necessarily a good thing. Mm-hmm. That's a topic for another show. We're not going to go there.
Right.
But that's what's nice about the organizing world. There are different theories and philosophies, but when it gets down to kind of the basics, you do have to make some decisions, right?
And there's this talks about following 3 simple principles.
Yeah. When we talk about this is an article that you can go find at smead.com. So if you go to smead.com, go up into the search bar and type organize by prioritizing. It'll pull up this.
Or just prioritizing. You can
prioritizing. Mm-hmm. We have you'll find a bunch of stuff there. You'll probably see yesterday's podcast and other things too. So, all right. So we're going to give you some tips on how to prioritize if you believe in prioritizing.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
All right.
First
what do we got?
List all your to-do items. So
yes. Now, now doesn't that seem like super simple, right?
It does seem super simple, but it also seems super kind of daunting.
Yeah.
Like
I was
everything from going to the grocery store to cleaning up the closet could be on your to-do list.
Yeah. It's interesting. This weekend I was rereading David Allen's classic book, Getting Things
Were you?
Done. Yes. And
good.
One of his things is, get everything out of your mind and on a list. Mm-hmm. Okay. It doesn't mean that you are going to do everything on that list, but if you got something nagging in your head, then it keeps you from doing other things.
Right.
So step 1 is really always trying to get an inventory.
A brain dump.
Yeah, brain dump. Get a list, all the things you need to get done.
Yep.
And we know when you have that list, they're all not going to be top priorities.
Right.
Some are going to be things that you're never going to do.
Right.
No, seriously.
Like what?
It
would be on
nice.
your to-do list that you're never going to do.
Well, okay.
Write that book you've always been dreaming about.
So David Allen would say, once you start sorting through these things, you have a thing called someday maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So one day, someday, I'd like to go to Israel.
Okay.
Now, does that mean that it's a priority today? Well, no. It's not even a to-do today. It's not even probably possible today.
Right.
Because there's also other places I want to go, but it'd be fun to go there.
Right.
Right.
Okay,
So
got it.
Anyway, so that goes on that someday. But I bet we're going to talk something about that because what's the second step after you put the list together?
Rank by importance.
Okay. Well, now isn't that what prioritizing is?
Yes, it's probably a fancy way of writing it
yeah.
without really saying it.
That is a compelling point.
See,
rank 1, 2, 3. Now, okay, but the question is, should you use A to Z or 1 to?
That's up to them.
Okay,
but this is
that's a style
evaluate
thing.
the importance of each task. Does it have a deadline? Will it help you achieve your goals?
Yep.
So if one of your goals is to get to Israel, maybe you need to start saving money.
That's true.
Put money aside.
But that's going to be really low on the list, probably, and the data on that is kind of undetermined.
Right. Yep.
But does that mean it shouldn't be on a list because you haven't really thought that much through about it?
I guess I don't know.
I don't
That's
know
up
either.
to the individual,
But
I suppose.
Let's put it this way: that trip is going to be lower on the priority.
Right. Yep.
Priority. The thing about now
you're kind of getting way off subject, aren't you?
I'm shooting because I read this book this weekend.
Okay, so you're going to talk about the book. We should have just talked about that today.
We could have, but We should get David Allen on the podcast. That's really what I've been trying to do.
I've never read that book before.
Oh, you should read it. It's a classic.
Maybe you should bring it in for me to borrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, but what I was going to say is one hard thing about, let's say you have 30 things on your list, and so then you got to go through the list, and okay, what's number one? Well, number 3 and number 6 are really both kind of number 1, so that makes it tough.
Okay.
But you do have to sort and maybe put it into categories at least, right?
Yep.
Like home stuff, work stuff, kid stuff, or try
and
to
the
get all
now
this
and
in.
later. We've talked about that before. To do now and later, and then it says don't confuse urgency with importance.
Okay.
So if you have to return a call to the doctor, that probably trumps some other stuff.
Right.
If you're waiting to hear back about something,
Yeah.
or
And
rather than calling, me.
Right. And I think something like that, as David Allen would say.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Well, something like call the doctor, you can really only call the doctor during certain hours.
Right.
So why
So
not
that-
put it on your calendar? Then
True.
it's off of your list of things to do,
Right.
and having your calendar is kind of like an appointment.
right.
But
Yeah.
okay, we won't go down that rabbit trail. Okay.
Okay,
So we've
so
ranked, we've created the list,
We've attempted to rank,
and we've attempted to rank by.
and then reevaluate daily.
Okay. There we go. So I think that's good because I think a good organization system gives you flexibility. So, maybe you have on your list today, mow the lawn.
That's pretty simple,
Right.
If you have a small
But
lawn,
what if you're not in the mood to mow the lawn? Even though it might be a priority.
and your neighbor's going to start complaining when
Yeah,
the
but you know what?
crabgrass starts getting really long.
But I think the thing here is you need to have a little bit of flexibility to blow it off.
Yep, that's true.
And then, so that's what's good about reevaluating on a daily basis. So,
Yep.
maybe I don't want to do this task today.
Right.
And if it's one of those urgent things that has to get done today, well, then you're going to probably do it. But if it's something that can be reprioritized.
Or if there's some easy stuff that
Right.
knock those off right away.
Right. Okay.
So
Good. Well, I think this exercise today in this article, again, you can go to smead.com, in the search bar, just type prioritization. And and you'll find we have other articles and podcasts on this as well. Or go and watch yesterday's show, because I thought that was a good one with Ellen Fay talking about, what
that was her
happens when
podcast.
everything's a top priority.
Yep.
Right?
She talks about dividing them into 4 different.
Yeah, I mean, you have
areas.
to, and that's kind of like prioritizing too, right?
Yep.
So maybe we've done a high-level lesson today.
I think very high level.
But go
And
ahead
if nothing
and check
else,
this
they've
article.
gotten. You should give them a link to that book so they can look at
Oh
it.
yeah, we'll do that. Getting Things Done by David Allen. Actually, he's redone the book. This is
Redone his book on getting things done.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's actually, well, no, it's a new version because
Okay.
the original version, which actually I was reading, was like 20 years old. I mean, it's talking about if you have an internet connection, you had, go or using electronic email. It was kind of fun to read that.
Oh my
but
gosh.
the principles though are all there.
Okay.
So
interesting.
Okay, we'll put a link to that in the notes below too.
Okay.
And if people want to find out David Allen, and maybe send them a note and say, hey. John would like to get you on the podcast for Smead. It's interesting, just one more thing. As we were reading this book, I was reading it with my wife, I got to thinking about all the organization products that we make,
Yes.
that help support things like this. I mean, this is not a commercial for Smead or myorganized.life, which you can go to right now and actually buy stuff. But if it were, there are a lot of, like we have like the project organizers.
Yep.
And so a lot of the things that we sell really help enhance these time management and productivity systems.
Exactly.
So
of course.
that was a
really
shameless plug,
Yeah,
right?
that was. I thought
But
we
that's
weren't about
okay.
that on
I
this
mean,
show.
they signed a paycheck, so we should
we should.
promote it once in a
Right.
while.
Yep.
Or something like hashtag
myorganized student.
because right now it is back to school time. So go to myorganized.life. We do have a whole section of ideas for back to school stuff.
school.
And we're not talking pens and notebooks.
No,
okay?
we don't sell those.
No, we don't. But we do sell all kinds of fun organizing things.
Folders and
that'll
expanding
make
files.
your student be at the head of the class, don't you think?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Hashtag myorganized student. All right. Well, I think that's it for today. Tomorrow we have part 2 of Chris Scott's podcast on, remember the chronotypes?
The chronotypes.
And how to deal with different types of personalities and how they get organized. And she's going to go in depth tomorrow on kind of like, we introduced him last week.
Yep.
The four
four
types.
animals.
Yeah, the 4 animals. And now this week we're going to get into how different personality types actually deal with organizing.
Great. Sounds
Thursday,
exciting.
we have more solutions for back to
Yes.
school, right?
Yep.
And
Yep.
Friday, blogger roundup.
All right.
Hey, it's a full week.
It is a full week. We
Because
haven't had one of those in a while.
2018 is really weird.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, okay. All right,
Anyway.
folks, that is it. We'll see you tomorrow here, 2 p.m. Central, 3 Eastern, and noon Pacific. myorganized.life live.